Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Geeks and Gamers, Geeks Movie Page. This is Michael, and this is my review for Wonder Woman. So I just had to get that theme out of my head. And yes, they do play that in the movie, but not like all the time at ad nauseum. I mean, they play it a couple times here and there. It's not like Michael Bay's Transformers 2 when they play Linkin Park song, like literally all the time. It's like, ugh. Well, it's finally here, Wonder Woman. People have waited years for a movie, whether it was Lauren Graham, Kate Beckinsale, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Nev Campbell, Michelle Rodriguez, and there's a bevy of people who were clamoring to be Wonder Woman or were just like were chosen fan cast like, oh, make her Wonder Woman, make her Wonder Woman. You know, we finally got the movie. And I know a lot of people were not thrilled about Gal Gadot playing Wonder Woman or Diana Prince saying, oh, she's skinny, she's slender, she doesn't look the part. Yeah, it's like, first of all, they chose her for a reason. And second of all, Wonder Woman wasn't supposed to be this big, bulking woman like China from the WWF, rest in peace. She's supposed to be an Amazon, slender. And I kind of bought Gal Gadot at first, like, I'm not going to complain. It's not like I whine and complain they're going to change the actor. It's like, it's not going to happen. Get over it. But then again, she wasn't the worst thing about that movie. Jesse Eisenberg was the worst thing about that movie, and I'm not even going to get into that. So in this one, she gets to shine being the star, and Patty Jenkins is gonna direct this, and a lot of people again were not happy about this. Like, oh, she only did like one movie. Yeah, but that movie got Charlize Theron an Oscar. This movie's not gonna get anybody Oscars, but you know what? I'm just like, hey man, you never know. Sometimes you choose a director outside of the box and they end up hitting it out of the park. Kenneth Branagh, Thor, Point. There you go. So to me, I said, you know what, why not? I'll go see the movie. I figured if I see this, maybe we'll segue into Justice League, and figured I represent DC. And if I didn't talk to a certain coworker at my job, not this job, my real job, she'd probably break me legs or pull out a sword and a shield. All the lasso of truth. And then next thing you know, I'm gonna be hearing that song again. But anyways. The movie starts off as it's one of those flashback movies where basically the movie is told from a certain point of view, and then we basically see how the life changes. It's kind of like a cross between Thor and Captain America. This movie starts off with Diana, played by Gal Gadot once again, working at the Louvre in Paris as a curator, and she gets a package from Wayne Tech Security, or just Wayne Security, and it's a photo of the old original photo, black and white photo from Batman vs. Superman, where he asked her, who are you? And she just gets this photo, and it just says, here's the original. One day you gotta tell me the story. And it's her with Chris Pine, Ewan Bremer, and the two other guys, and her in her battle outfit in World War One. And it's just like, okay, now what? So rather than jumping into the war, it's like we get a backstory about Diana, how she was raised on a secluded island by the Amazons. No men, all women, and how to train to be warriors. And so basically these guys look like Spartans from 300. And since Zack Snyder wrote the script and produced the movie, they got some of that, slow-mo action in the film. They don't do it all the time, just certain scenes. So Diana is the daughter of the queen of the island, who wants to be a warrior but is told you can't do that. So she was trained by her aunt, played by Robin Wright, to train. And so when years go by, she's 14 and she's told, she just basically just said, you know what, I asked her to train me and that's it. I'm sorry, mother. All right. The queen goes up to Robin Wright Penn, the queen played by Connie Nielsen, says, I want you to train her 5 times, 10 times, 20 times stronger than you have to. She's the most dangerous one there is out of all of us. So, fast forward to Gal Gadot as Diana, being trained to be the best Amazon ever. Their perfect weapon, if you would. And so, well, out of the blue, during a training session that kind of went wrong, where she does the whole gauntlets thing, and it just basically blows her hand away. She notices a plane being shot down literally through the island, the secluded island, where she jumps in to rescue pilot Captain Steve Trevor, played by Chris Pine, who is shocked to find A, he's a man, and B, he's just thinking, where am I? And so, right out of the gate, the Germans invade the home island where she's from. I can't pronounce it to save my life, and I'm not even going to start. So then we get a fight between the Amazon and the Germans, where they use bows and arrows, swords, spears against guns. And so, even though the Amazons are still able to hold their own, Diana's aunt gets shot and killed in the process, but not before saving Diana, and also Steve Trevor taking a guy out. So, as her aunt died in her arms, Diana is forced to realize what is going on. And so, when they use the lasso of truth on Steve Trevor, he basically tells them, I'm a spy, I work for British intelligence, there is a war outside the island that could hit all of us. People are dying left and right. You gotta let me go back home. I can stop the war, or at least help. He stole the notepad from a doctor named Dr. Poison, played by Elena Anya, and she's working for an evil general, played by Danny Houston. That guy's just getting typecast in all these evil roles, and this is his second origin movie behind X-Men Origins Wolverine. So, at first they treat him, but at the same time Diana's trying to figure out now what. So, realizing that she wants to go and help Steve and end this war, the Queen says, no, you're not going anywhere. So, disobeying orders, she sneaks into the archive room, steals this famed sword called the God Killer, the lasso of truth, the shield, and this battle armor that we all know what it is. Wink, wink. Steve and Diana find a boat to get off the island, while basically her mother tells her, you're my greatest, love. Do this. But right now, you're my sorrow, and just leaves her. So I was like, okay, thanks, Mom, bye. And so as soon as they get back to London, jolly old England, London, they are met with Steve's assistant, Etta Candy, who instantly loves Diana. And then, of course, while this is happening, they try to talk to British intelligence about they're building a weapon of mass destruction. They can kill us. We have to find a way. Of course, the army just says, the British intelligence is like, there's nothing new, buddy, old boy. Well, when a politician played by David Thewlis says, whatever you need, I'll back you up. So Steve, Diana, and his crew of scavengers, soldiers for hire, decide we're going to go to Germany and we're going to fight these guys. I left that theater feeling like this was great. I loved it. It's as good as Man of Steel, because it's like this: Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, BVS. And to me, I thought it was great. They didn't shoehorn in everybody else like they did with BVS. They just kept it all about Diana and the Amazonians. No one else. It wasn't just saying, I swam and I saw a man with a beard and a trident, or, in modern time I saw a red flash go through Paris. There was none of that, which to me I thought was great. To me, Gal Gadot just owned this movie. She was just fantastic. She just played Diana as kind of like a naive child, but yet when it came to the warrior aspect, she just grabbed her sword and shield and said, let's go to war. Chris Pine did a fantastic job, I thought. He had a little crook swag, but not too much of it, just playing a pilot and captain, just trying to do what he had to do. The supporting actors I thought were all great in this movie. Connie Nielsen has a small part, she was great. Robin Wright Penn had like a Greek accent, but since they're, in Italy and Greeks, they kind of had like they had to do some kind of accent, but I thought she was fantastic. The Amazonians looked great. I remember in an interview, Patty Jenkins said she wanted them to look classy and warriorish, so blend that together. So we had that. To me, I just felt like this is a great film. Trying to think. There is a couple. There's like a twist I'm not going to get into, but to me, I just couldn't say this is one of the best summer. This is one of the good summer movies I saw. I mean, I've seen Guardians and I've seen Alien. Alien was kind of a letdown. Guardians was cool. It just wasn't as good as the first one. But this one I thought was fantastic. I liked it, and I thought this is the right direction in the DCU. I'm not calling it the DCCU. I'm just calling it the DCU. They also got a new logo for this movie too. There's this joke meme where it shows her carrying Batman and Superman over some kind of battlefield, where it's like Wonder Woman was the most critically rated Rotten Tomatoes movie there is, because all the other movies were just either mundane or just boring. The critics hated it. Yet this one was great, so I thought that was kind of funny. Again, popular as Wonder Woman is, first movie, everybody expects everything. So with me, I just went in with little expectation. I didn't know much about the character. I mean, I know who she is, of course, but, with everything going on, she was just fantastic. There is a little wink, wink, nudge to the Linda Carter TV show where in season 2, Diana was a Air Force secretary, but in this movie, she's she's the secretary for Steve Trevor. So there's that nudge. She doesn't do that spinning thing. That doesn't happen. So I just can't say enough good things about it. It's a great movie. It surprised me. Another thing that really bugged me was that people were saying it's the best comic movie and it's better than Logan. You can't say that because they're two different movies. Logan was a dark and dreary picture, and it was Hugh Jackman's last movie, while this one was bright colors and set is a period piece movie, plain and simple. So to me, you can't just say, oh, one's better than the other, because they're totally different subjects and they're totally different movies. This one's upbeat. Logan is not. So I'm not going to say, it's as good as Logan, but I'm not going to say it's better, because to me, they're both two different movies. I don't care how you cut it. Dark film, light film, Marvel, DC, Jackman, Godot, doesn't matter. So I just wanted to say, go see it. It's a great movie. I thought it was fantastic. All the kids are going to be dressing up like Wonder Woman now. And there was this little story I was thinking about. Halloween a couple years ago, I saw this gal at a Halloween party dressed like Wonder Woman, and she was paralyzed. But that didn't dampen her spirits. So, my hat goes off to that lady, right on, honey. And then her fiance was dressed like Magic Mike, so I'm like, hey, whatever, man. But still, So all I could say is thanks to Geeks and Gamers, and thanks to you guys. I don't get a chance to thank you guys much. There's 253 of you, and I just want to say thank you all. I'm going to be doing reviews for movies that are coming out more. There's The Mummy next week. I don't know about Transformers. I'm still trying to figure out what else is coming out. I definitely will do a Dark Tower. It's not coming to August, but I will do a Dark Tower review. I promise you guys that. Most of you guys came because of that photo video salva, so that's definitely going to be a big event. So thank you all once again, and also I got to thank a certain coworker, who this is her movie and she is dying to see it. I won't name names, but rest assured this was a good movie. So yeah, you guys have a good weekend, and also I got money riding on Kevin Durant. Sorry, LeBron. Thank you guys once again.